Right.
Good morning, everyone. It's Valerie, otherwise known as Chick Picker. And we have Sally on, the upside down picker.
Hi, guys.
Oh, surprise.
Surprise.
What the heck? That wasn't supposed to be on there.
Oh, where was your YouTube on?
I don't think it was, but apparently it was. Anyway, that's okay. That's okay. Good morning, Hank. Good morning, Shirley.
Hey, guys, I have to get my chat up.
Hope everybody's having a good morning. It's Tuesday. Tuesday. All right. We are officially live.
I sold.
There's Texas Val.
Oh, hi, Texas Val.
You sold what?
I sold 2 things that I listed in the challenge yesterday.
Sweet. What'd you sell?
Sold a bathing suit.
Mm-hmm.
The what's it called? La Cove.
La Cove. Uh-huh.
And I sold Weeble Wobbles.
Oh, nice. Very good. I'm selling clothes.
You are selling clothes?
Oh, yeah. Amelia Sales. Good morning. I haven't seen you in a coon's age. I did see your new house. That's pretty cool. They purchased a house.
Oh, good.
I hope everybody's having a good morning.
When's Todd supposed to be back?
I think he was coming home today. But I don't think he's supposed to be home tomorrow. This morning.
You don't know what Weeble Wobbles are?
Oh my gosh. Those were a great Weebles Wobbles, and they won't fall down or something like that. Because they don't, they have a round bottom.
Yeah.
And so they just rock.
They don't have legs.
They don't have legs. They just have a round bottom, and so they just, if they move, they just go back and forth, but they don't fall down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I am sure. It's crazy how you find out that you have accumulated so much stuff. That's I'm really afraid of. I know how much stuff I've got, and it's scary. And I'm sure I have stuff in places that I haven't even looked at. Texas Val says, "Thank you. Trying to get a few things shipped before I head out to Mom's to help her out. Working on getting back into the groove of things. Congratulations, Amelia, on your new house."
Yeah, congrats.
That's exciting. I mean, even though it feels like it's taken forever to unpack.
Well, it's good to see you, Texas Val.
Glad you're here. Let's see. Morning, Patty. So, let's see, what did I think I have 3 going out today. So, pair of swim trunks, pineapple swim trunks, and a skirt, and a Chicago Bears t-shirt.
Awesome.
So, and one sold on Macari and 2 sold on Posh.
So you didn't get nothing on eBay? Wow.
eBay was a big fat 0 yesterday.
Wow.
eBay's been weird lately, and just very. There's just not much going on. I don't know. And one sold on Macari and 2 sold on Posh.
Hi, Maggie, rookie.
Hi, sorry.
It's okay.
I did it too. I wanted to be a rookie too, so.
Morning, everybody.
Morning. It's a great day.
We love you too, Texas Val. Hi, David.
David the car boot picker.
Morning, Hank and Shirley, Val, and Amelia. Hi, Amelia.
Yeah, I was thinking about it because I did on how I made my schedule for the week. Tuesdays I'm listing hard goods, blah blah blah.
Mm.
Well, next to it I put what to clean out, basically, what to go through as far as like cabinets and and stuff. So just to kind of coordinate, everything, so I could actually get some stuff done rather than saying that I'm going to get it done and then never doing it.
Yeah.
Because eventually I'm going to have to get, I'm going to have to get packed up one of these days.
Yeah.
So I cleaned out my little one cabinet. So it wasn't too hard that I couldn't do it, and so.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
So that cabinet is empty now?
It's not empty because it has food in it.
Oh.
But how I tend to hang on, like, I don't cook anymore, but, and I know it sounds stupid, crazy, but there's food that's been in there for the last almost 4 years.
Yeah.
It's not like
food.
It's not like rotted or anything, but it's just stuff that I don't use because I don't cook anymore.
Right. But you don't want to throw it away because it's still good.
Yeah, but I need to throw it away. It needs to go in the trash. It's like there's like pasta, it's not opened or anything. It's just pasta, but I don't use that because I don't cook that anymore. So, yeah, that's another cabinet that's going to be. But like, things have changed. Like there's some things that I can't eat because of losing that one tooth last year. I can't eat that stuff anymore. Like nuts. It's kind of hard for me to eat nuts, which really sounds weird saying it, but
that's what she said.
But I had to get rid of. So I got rid of everything that I didn't want.
I already checked mine, Hank. She said PSA for the day. Check to see if you're on live chat or top chat. It spoiled us again.
Hi, David.
But
Landlord picker.
So it, that whole, the kitchen area is going to be a whole process, of probably about a month before I can get it done. But at least I'm doing it. Trying to anyway. So.
Bushman Pickens says eBay is crazy. Last 30 days, I've only sold things on promotions. My marketing activity, promotion sales, 5,567. base sales $22.
Wow.
So it means I'm only selling items on promotion.
Yep.
I know, and that's how it is now.
Yeah. you
It
have-
just is. But that's the way that eBay doesn't even like. I've tried to like hold a promotion, like a sale, like to the customer,
Mhm.
and they don't even want that.
No.
Like like my stuff will not sell or get looked at, I guess, if it's not on promoted listings.
Yeah. And I think a lot of that is just the saturation of eBay, and I think they've made that. I think they put that in the algorithm
Sure. Yeah.
because that makes them money.
Yeah.
They're making money, and so
Besides making money,
yeah,
besides
they're-
making money, they're making money.
yeah.
Right.
But
chicken steak.
if you want to make money, and now there's other people that do it, and like Todd, he doesn't use promoted listings. He
Right.
doesn't use that. He doesn't use sales. He doesn't use any of that.
Mm-mm.
So
he's
him,
more unique stuff though.
But
Maybe.
the moment he does, he's screwed. Because he
Oh,
won't
yeah.
sell shit.
yeah, he'll do it. And
The
then
moment he
he'll go-
does and then he doesn't,
Mhm.
then he's screwed.
because he's already on that list.
I
think-
want to go back. I want to go back.
I think they know that we use it, and so that's like in the algorithm. If these people are not using promoted listings,
Hey there, landlord
then-
picker. I don't know if I've seen you before.
I just have noticed when I'm doing research, I always sort by lowest price so I can see who has my item and what their price is going from lowest to highest. And
Yeah.
it's littered now. You can't really even tell what's lowest because there's so many sponsored
Yeah.
things that are higher that
Yeah.
still come up, and even though you're sorting from lowest, these higher price things are popped up at the top because they're promoted. And it's, yeah. Hey, Tina.
Tina.
Hi,
Yes,
Tina.
It's a shame, really. And my Poshmark has been dead. Dead.
I mean, that just gives me more of a reason to, put stuff over onto Macari, and
I might have to give it a try again.
Hey there, chicken fried steak.
see how it goes. Chicken fried steak. So Sal and Val, how is it, gals? we doing good. We doing good on this February 11th.
I can't believe it's so real.
Gonna be
It feels like it
Valentine's
should.
Day.
It feels like it should be still like October 21st or something. I'm like so behind.
Ah,
Landlord picker says I want to go back too.
Yeah.
but
I feel like if I could go back and not ever do promoted listings, then I wouldn't have to have that right now.
right.
That's exactly how it feels.
But that's the way it goes.
So I'm always teeter-tottering
Yeah.
between numbers and all of that. Like I'll go up and I'll put, like, if I don't have like a sale, to the customer on,
hmm
I'll go and I'll put 22% on my stuff. And some people think that's crazy, but did you know that, like, one day I got a message and I haven't been able to find it since I got it, but there is like a group of people that sell on eBay that do 30% and more
Yeah, I've heard people talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I don't
have you got
get
that notice, Valerie?
I haven't seen that.
And basically it's, I can't remember what it's called, but you have your stuff on 30% or more or whatever, and you're like in a different group of sellers,
Hmm.
basically.
Yeah, it's called "We're gonna take all your money and you ain't gonna get shit."
Pretty much.
That's what it's called.
Kyrie says, good morning too. Hi, Kyrie, Sue. Yeah, I'm weevil wobbling. That's what I'm doing. I'm not teeter tottering. I'm weevil wobbling.
Landlord Picker says used to use True Gather a lot. Not as good as eBay, of course. I think we'll probably sell the most on the platform that we put our time into. That's true.
Yeah, but True Gather is so easy that it like takes all the thinking out of it. It's like
It runs on its own. I mean, you
yeah,
don't have to
you don't-
really do anything to it.
Yeah, but you don't get anything out of it either if you don't. I'm sure if you go over there and look at it every day and spend time with it or something, maybe it'll get back to you a little bit better. I'm not sure.
That's right, Texas Val, the sucker group.
I almost went for it. And then I'm like, no, I
yeah.
better not.
Yeah. I did the same thing because I was just trying to like stimulate my sales, because it doesn't happen very often, but it does happen where I get like a goose egg, and I'm like, okay, what can I do to, because I listed on there and nothing, just crickets, and so I changed my promoted listings to a really low number, and there was still crickets. I mean,
Yeah.
throughout the day, and so I was like, nope, and I went back to my usual, and yeah, still, I got one sale, but no, I didn't get any sales. I didn't get any sales yesterday. Yesterday or the day before, I've got two goose eggs in a row.
Again.
So
Fishing and Pickens says, I opened a third store in October with 35 items that are replenishable. It was doing awesome, but once I got to top rated on the store, it went silent. Wow.
that's crazy.
That's weird.
Egg says, that's right, Sally. Spend time with it, holding hands on a swing in the sun, have some lemonade and iced tea to persuade it to. Yeah. Give it a little kiss.
Yeah. But I've been trying to, and like somebody said, when you put time on into another app, it's almost like eBay gets jealous, and they're like cutting you off. Well, you're spending time over there. We're not gonna,
Yeah.
I don't want to play with you no more.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and I have been, trying to push a lot of listings over to Macari and stuff. So maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know.
Did you know that there was a challenge yesterday?
A challenge?
Yeah, it was called the Broom Challenge. And because something about yesterday or something to where the earth is on a different axis or something, or a tilted axis, or maybe it's not tilted. I can't remember what it was. But anyways, people were standing their brooms up and seeing how long they can stand their broom for. Man, if you got that kind of time, woo! I'm so happy for you.
You ain't gonna be getting no sales on eBay.
All right, that's just plain weird. Hey, bum crack.
I don't know.
So
I wish I could explain it. I think it's just some kind of cruel joke that eBay's playing. They're playing games,
Yeah.
but you know, if you want to make sales, you gotta swing their way. That's the way it goes. So the challenge was to stand on your left foot and lean.
No.
Oh, the broom thing. Okay. I didn't see anything like that, but
I didn't see it either, but then there was a thing that came up on my news feed
oh wow.
about it, so I had to go check it out.
Broom standing and cow tipping. Right there with right up there with the Olympic curling. That's right.
Let's offer up the broom challenge on listing challenge day. Keep them busy. Yep.
I don't know. So I don't know. I'm just gonna have to figure something out because I got to get some sales. I got no time. People are getting their income tax checks and stuff, and I don't have no time to be messing around.
Yep.
Oh, you sold didn't you sell a swimsuit? Yes, you sold swim trunks.
Swim trunks.
And
yeah.
I sold a swimsuit.
Yeah, I mean, people are going to be going to spring break soon. Next month they'll be going to spring break. So
Yeah.
People should be getting ready to go on vacation, and so they should be buying.
Yeah, I've sold a few swimsuits in the past few weeks. And sundresses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Fishing and picking. eBay is like a Mormon fundamentalist husband and a Mormon fundamentalist husband, and we're like sister wives. I got it out. I did get it out. The husband has all the fun, but once we look around other platforms, we get punished. Yeah, it's almost like we're getting shunned or something. Very, very true. But
hi, Carol.
I just think the way you find things on eBay is just so confusing. Like, as opposed to Amazon, where you look at what you want, you pull it up, and you see all the offers for it. And on eBay, it's just clumsy, but it's just that's just the way it's always been. So I guess it would be almost impossible to completely change up the
yeah.
Yeah.
Very true.
I mean, imagine if you just started selling on eBay and you did not follow anybody, like as far as talk to anybody about eBay or anything like that. And you had no idea about the promoted listings but you know what? I bet you would get notifications about it. If you had a store or whatever, you would probably get notifications in your eBay mail.
Right.
Telling you that you can do this and get more sales. And yeah, I bet you they would mention it on there.
But even because I think all of the apps or platforms do that. You know, they try to just like with Macari, you know, they promote the promoted button. There's a promote button and it decreases your price, I think 5%, and kind of like Poshmark, you know. I don't know. Chicken Fried Steak says he hasn't done a promoted listing yet. Well, don't start.
Mm-mm.
Don't jump on that train.
I mean, unless you think you absolutely have to. You know, if you're not getting anything without it, then. But it's to the point to where, you know, you want to go back and try it without it again, you know, because you're giving so much money away.
Yeah. And I'm just not, I guess you could, but you probably wouldn't get any sales for a while, I would think. But
Yeah.
you know, that's the thing too, is that if you look on your orders, like sometimes, usually there's like 3, I don't know. They're not all promoted. You know, when I look on the order, if I have multiple orders, they're not all promoted, but I would say the majority of them are.
Yeah.
So
Mine usually always are.
Yeah.
Because I mean, yeah, I don't think they always sell through promoted, but most of the time, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if they have that chance, why wouldn't you, you know?
Yeah. And really, if you're gonna make say like $50, if you can get $50 in sales and only have to spend like $4 or something for your promotions, or even you know, it's like thinking about it, how much would you spend to get $50 in sales? What would make it worth it to you?
Right.
You know, would $6 or $7 be worth it to you out of 50? You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what you kind of have to think about.
Yeah.
And you get a little bit of a credit with your store, right? So you get like $25 per.
I think it's per quarter, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Quarter.
Yeah. So you get a little bit of a break.
Yeah.
I usually work on Macari on my desktop. That's usually the way that I work it. But I know that
Morning, Beth.
It definitely it started out being an app on your phone, and that was the only way that you could do it. And then, and that was the same way with Poshmark, I think.
Right. With Poshmark,
it was solely just an app, and that was the only way that you could run it. But I think they've gotten a little better. I think Macari's gotten better. I definitely think Poshmark has gotten better. Poshmark has grown so much.
Yeah.
Since I've been doing it.
I think you can fish and picking. It says, could you do your promotions for Macari from desktop? I think you can.
You mean promote your items? I don't know if you can or not. I think that only comes up in your app. Yeah, I think that only comes up in your app.
And on Poshmark, you can't promote. Everybody's got that even playing field, but then people complain about the sharing. So which would you rather do?
I'd
Share,
rather
share.
share.
Mm,
I'd
Me
rather
too.
share than spend the money.
Me too.
Yeah, me too.
Yep.
Because at least I know that I'm doing something. You know, when you sign up for promoted listings, do you really know that your item's being promoted?
Right.
I mean, do
You
you
don't.
really truly know that your whole 1,926 items, that they're all being promoted? You don't really know that.
Yeah.
You're trusting them. With Poshmark, you know, if I only share my store once a day, then I know I'm probably not going to get very many sales. That's the way I look at it.
I'll bear back. I gotta get dressed.
Okay.
Another thing I've noticed is, do you remember the whole thing about the guaranteed delivery?
Uh-huh.
And if you do 1 day, but right, they were pushing you to do 1 day handling, and then you would show up as 3 day guaranteed delivery,
Right.
right?
Mhm.
And they kind of pushed that, and it was like, yeah, if you do that, anybody who clicks on that 3 day, well, my listings, which are all eligible for that, are
Mhm.
not showing up. If I do a search for my item and then click on the 3 day, my item disappears.
Really?
Yeah, all of my I've spot tested a bunch of them.
Hmm.
So here I was thinking, well, I've got the edge on this because I do the 1 day, and the one business day,
Mhm.
and I did it with my own zip code. So it's not as if I did it with my own zip code. So it would be something that could be delivered in the 3 days.
Right.
And yeah, none of it's showing up.
Huh.
Maureen,
Maureen,
how are you?
good morning.
Gosh,
Good
haven't seen you
morning.
in a long time.
Glad to see you on. Man, there's all kinds of people coming on today that we
Yeah.
haven't seen in a
Why?
while. Amelia says, does anyone list hard goods on Mercari? All my clothing is cross-posted, but not hard goods. Hard goods sell over there just as well as clothing. Probably better, I would think.
Yeah, I was going to ask, how does clothing do?
It does okay. It seems to do okay. But I list my jewelry over there. I list any hard goods that I have. I list over there. So yeah, I would definitely get your hard goods listed over there too, because they sell. Basically, and I always say, if you can list it on eBay, then you can list it over on Mercari. You know, it should be listed over there, because it just gives you more lines in the water.
I'm gonna have to give it another try. I did it a few years back, and they didn't, and I did it only with books. I didn't do it with clothing, and they didn't. Things didn't sell, and I kept getting messages for delisting they kept pulling down my listings if they didn't sell in a certain while, deactivating them.
Right.
And I was like, what the heck? So I kind of ditched it, but I didn't know if clothing would do it well over there. I might have to
I've
give it
been
another.
selling clothing over there since I've been on it. At
And
least the last two weeks or so.
you do free shipping, right? And then do your
Yeah.
shipping through private ship?
Yeah.
I might give that a try.
Yeah. You know, I'm not a big on the whole free shipping thing, but it
No.
seems to do something to people. You know, people like that, so I just adjust my prices.
Yeah, the
And
shipping is kind of wonky, isn't it? Like,
yeah, I just do my own. I send my own label and do free shipping, and just do it through Pirate Ship, and that seems to work pretty good. But just because their shipping is so weird, because kind of, it's kind of wonky and everything. So
Yeah.
I just want to go ahead and just do it through pirate ship. Make my own label. Hank says often I'll have an item sell on Mercari that had zero interest on eBay. Got to find the right buyer on the right platform at the right time. That's exactly right, because there's some people that just, shop on Mercari, and that's all they shop on. So I would say, if you have anything over on eBay, get it over on Mercari. Because you may find a buyer over there. Yep, many people still don't trust eBay. That's true. Good morning, Julie.
Morning, Julie.
So the plan is to have eBay, Mercari, Poshmark, and Etsy. After I get through loading everything up onto Mercari, then I'm going to get started on. Now, I'm not going to be able to put, clearly, I'm not going to be able to put everything over that's on eBay over to Etsy, but jewelry and I have some vintage clothing and some vintage like hard goods stuff. So give that a whirl again. That's kind of the hard thing is, before I went on my trips, I had Mercari, but just I had a few listings over there. Didn't have a whole bunch. And so I deactivated all those. I deactivated my eBay or my Etsy. And so now I'm trying to get everything back, trying to resuscitate those two platforms. So I'm going to try and get back on those.
Are you still using List Perfectly?
Uh-huh.
So
I had gotten off of it and I'm back on. It's just, it sounds like, I know there's a lot of people that have a process and they can do it really quickly. I didn't really have a good process to do that. And it just kind of a function in my mind, and once I started using List Perfectly, I was just almost mesmerized because it was so quick. So, I'm probably just going to keep with it, or at least until I get everything cross-listed, where I want it to be.
if it works for you.
Yeah.
I
Morning,
tried
Lisa.
another one. I tried Vendoo,
Mhm.
and to me, it wasn't worth it because I had to go in. I was cross-listing from eBay. I was creating the listing on eBay and then using Vendoo to cross to Poshmark. And I still had to go in and fill various fields in Poshmark. It didn't copy over well.
Populate over.
Yeah. So it just wasn't worth it for me. I mean,
Yeah.
people like it.
And
morning, Lisa. Couple of pickers.
With List Perfectly, I still do have to go in and fill out a few of the fields, like with Poshmark. I still have to go over and like pick a category that it belongs in, and I can't remember if there's anything else. Like if I'm listing from eBay to Mercari, I have to go in the category, and then there's something, and the price, because I always do free shipping. And so, there's a few fields that I do have to go into, but it just seems like it's a good flow for me.
Yeah.
Like I don't get hung up on it, or, it just seems like it's a good flow. I know what I'm doing, so I don't get stumped, or, the process. It just seems like a good flow. So,
Yeah.
and it works pretty good. And this bulk cross lister really has made a pretty huge difference. It's not super fast, but it there is a process to it. But you can do, I try to do 5 to 7 at a time, and it does take a little bit of time, but it's not near as long as what you would do one by one, I don't think.
Right.
So it works. Works pretty good. So
Yeah, maybe I'll take another look at Macari.
but I'm just trying to. I have so much stuff.
Yeah.
I think about all the stuff that I have that's not even listed, and it's crazy. Yes, landlord picker. It's a bulk cross lister from List Perfectly. And I was thinking about that's another platform I'm kind of considering. It's Grailed. I need to go over and like research and find out, how much they charge per listing and what
I-
they, a
But
percentage that they charge. But I've heard it's pretty good. And Grailed does, it's like men's clothing.
Oh, okay.
And then I think there's a women's, an alternate. It's a women's, I think it's called Heroin or
Heru?
well, it's not like the drug, but there's Grailed, and then I think there's a Heroin or something like that, like like a hero, but it's a woman.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Not not the drug.
That kind of work, shopping on this site is like being addicted.
Kinda, yeah.
Lisa says no listing fees on Grailed.
But they get a percentage, I'm assuming.
Yeah, probably a listing fee. Hey, Rebecca.
Like Macari. I like Macari because there's no limit, and they charge 10%.
Which is cheap.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean
that is really awesome. Landlord Picker says bulk cross lister do share. So it's through an app called List Perfectly, and you can say go over to what is it called? You can do eBay. So you can go over to eBay, and there's a way that you can cross list or bulk cross list. It doesn't do it quickly, and you still have to go into the listing and finish it, but it works. It seems to work. But
good morning, Karen.
Karen's at the beach.
Hey, seen lots of people today.
That's good. I'm glad you guys are all coming in. So yeah, I have a bad habit of like starting getting too many things going at once. And my mind's going and it wants to do all this stuff.
Right.
But I just need to keep it, like they say about multitaskers. Multitaskers don't really get a whole lot done because they're working over here and they do a little bit, and then they're working over here and they do a little bit, and nothing ever gets finalized. And that's kind of how I am. I get these ideas, and it'll pull me over this way and then pull me over this way, and then nothing gets done. And so I really want to keep my focus. The task at hand is to get Mercari all loaded up with all of eBay's listings. So that's what I got to focus on right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you can spread yourself too thin.
Definitely. And then you get stressed, and then
Right.
I know, I understand, Karen. Yeah, I definitely got the squirrel disease. No doubt about it. But I try to keep it, fairly reined in. And then Carol, she's like, I'll tell her I have an ideal, and she's like, oh my God. She goes, stay with this, and then you can do this after. I'm horrible about that, but for me, especially when I'm working, I'm thinking, and I've got, things coming up, and ideas, and yeah, my ideas tend to get me into trouble. So it's just the way it goes. And then Carol's like, no, you just need to work on this for right now. Like, she was like, get your inventory done. Just get it done, and then you don't have to worry about it anymore. I still have a little bit of cleaning up in there that I added, organizing the shelves a little bit better and everything. So that's still something that's hanging, but
My problem is I do it and I spend all the time and I'm complete, and I love being organized and orderly, but it just doesn't last.
Mhm.
Before I know it, I'm back in the piles again.
I get it.
Yep.
Totally get it. But Rebecca says, I go only to get a lot of small things, never finish, only started. Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. And I always have a list. I always have a list of things that I've got to do, and things to get done, and everything. And that's the bad thing too, is if I'm working to get all this other stuff done, it's more often than not, my listing is usually the thing that suffers the most.
Right.
Which is horrible. Because if you're listing, you're usually making sales. So that should be a incentive, not a, not something to run away from. That should be an incentive to do it. But that's right, Mr. Sadie Hellfire. If only y'all were as perfect as I was, or as perfect as I am. That's true. We strive to be as perfect as you are.
That's always our goal.
Have a great day, landlord picker.
What can I do today to make me as perfect as bum crack? That's what I say first thing every morning.
Oh.
Oh, it's Mr. Sadie who's perfect. What can I do to make myself as perfect as Mr. Sadie? Although bum crack's kind of perfect too, right?
Absolutely. He's everywhere.
Yeah, because he's not human, I don't think.
He's got to be human.
He can't be human and be on YouTube round the clock.
Well, I don't know. That's definitely been one thing that I've had to really back off of is um
Watching
YouTube.
YouTube.
I
Yeah.
had to really pull away. Um I'll listen, but usually I won't type. I won't, so nobody will know that I'm in there anyway.
Right.
But then again, I do like to, let people know that I'm there because I mean that makes people feel good, just like it
Right.
makes me feel good if people, let me know that they're in the at least in the chat.
Yeah.
So, but I definitely had to pull away from that.
Yeah. I mean, there's certain people that I always watch.
Mhm.
I always will make sure, like I wasn't home last night, but I'll make sure to go back and watch Beth's
Mhm.
unboxing from last night. And I really love Jenny and Victoria.
Yep.
And I love a couple of pickers, Rob and Lisa. It's always fun to be in
Yep.
their chat. So yeah, there's certain people, but you can't watch everybody.
No.
Bumcrack says he is human. Oh, missed a few shows over the past week due to sorting my storage units.
Well, I hope you got a lot done,
Morning, Craig.
sorting and everything. So there's a landlord picker. That must not be Craig. And there's a land shark picker. I'm so confused.
Yeah, I've never met I don't think I've ever seen landlord picker before.
No, I don't think so. And I don't think his name is Craig. I could be
Huh.
wrong.
I don't think so. It looks like landlord picker. Let me see. I'm looking at his channel. Does things like records and tools and that kind of thing. Scrap metal. Okay, I'll have to subscribe there. Cool.
Yeah. So hopefully today will be a good listing day. I can get some good stuff up and get it all cross listed and
Yeah, I'm focusing on listing today. There was actually a flea market this morning and we talked about going, and then I'm like, we're both this morning woke up and like, we got to get the stuff listed that we've already got sitting here.
yeah.
I mean, we're in a 1-bedroom apartment here. You can't have stuff piling up. I mean, you can.
You can, but that's when you get in trouble.
If anybody can pile stuff up, it's me.
Yeah. I got a big pile of clothes that I got to get worked through and get sold. Yeah, land shark picker is Craig.
Is Craig, yeah.
But I think landlord picker is different. I think he's a completely different person.
Yes, he is.
Mr. Yeah. Sadie. Craig, are you a landlord? I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Landlord picker is Matt. All right. Have a great day, Matt.
Bye, Matt. I'm going to write him on my list. Hopefully we'll see him again.
Make today great. Oh, excuse me. Sally I don't know if she went to the doctor already. I know she had to go get dressed to go to the doctor.
Oh, okay.
So.
Yeah, I don't know where everybody else is.
That's where she was headed. Hit the thumbs up. You bunch of thrifty, happy knuckleheads.
I forget to do that.
Oh, chicken fried steak, you're funny. I'm glad you're hanging out with us. Did your schedule change or something? Usually you hadn't been in here for a coon's age.
Does getting likes on your videos help you in any way?
I don't know. I don't know if that actually does do anything. I'm not sure.
I mean, it can't hurt.
No, I think it shows. I think it shows activity, but the fact that it actually helps, I don't know. You would think it would.
Yeah, you would
But
think.
I don't know if it actually does. It's all a mystery. I guess you could probably go into analytics and do some investigating and some testing and yeah, but I ain't got no time for that. Chicken fried steak. Work nights. Just got off a bit ago. Listing now before grandson's doctor's appointment at 8 and then bed.
Oh, I don't think I could ever work at night. I guess you do what you gotta do, but
You know, I didn't think I would be able to either. Um and then I did. Let's say I did that for about 10 years. I worked nights, usually 12-hour shifts. Yeah, I did that for about 10 years. And I thought I could never go back to a day job like an 8 to 5 job.
oh,
And then I did.
yeah.
I guess you just do whatever you acclimate to, whatever you need to. But
Yeah, get used to it.
yeah, I always said I will never do another 8 to 5 job. And then when I got here, that's exactly what I did. So go figure. Morning, Rita. Hope you're having a good day.
Hey, Rita. Grandpa taking the boy to make sure these docs are up to snuff.
There you go. You get them all figured out. Make sure they're doing the right things. I think my grandson has they're getting him ready for kindergarten. So they have to do a dental exam
Oh, Lord.
for, to get him into kindergarten. There's like all this stuff that they've got to do. They've got to have a dental exam. They got to have a physical exam. They got to have their shots.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just, there's a lot to that. But yeah, he'll be going to school in August. He'll be 5 in July, and then he'll be going to school in August, which is crazy. You should
Yeah.
not be that old. Should not be that old.
It's just amazing how time flies.
Mhm. I know. I used to hate that too, and then when I started working the 8 to 5, I mean, I was getting up at. It sounds ridiculous, but I was getting up at like 4:30 or 5 o'clock. And it was an hour away, but I would leave here usually about, I don't know. I'd usually leave the house between 6:30 and 7, just so I could. I'm a big fan of. I hate to be late to anything, so I'd rather be early to something than late. So I just tend to get up, get things done, and then go. This morning I kind of slept in though. I think I woke up at like 7. Probably because I stay up until midnight, which is not great.
I was up till about 11, but the cats wake us up as soon as it starts to get light. They get restless.
They're ready to get up and around, and
Yeah. And then I've been going over to the fitness center and doing the treadmill.
Hmm.
That's my new habit.
Well, that's nice because is it in your same building?
It's not in the same building, but it's, I walk down, we're on the third floor in this building. So I walk right out my door, right down the staircase, out the back door and down the path. So
Oh,
it's in a
nice.
different building, but it's within, just walk right down the path and just walk on the treadmill for 20 minutes, just 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Gives
It's
me,
enough to get your blood moving and
right. And for me, I like to get my knees, keep my knees going because,
hmm
I had the one knee replaced and I have the other one's got arthritis. So I just like to keep my knees going and keep myself moving. And yeah, I don't want to petrify.
I understand. But when you lived in your other place, you were just going to the gym, right?
We were going out to Planet Fitness. So it's
Right.
like get out, get in the car, drive over. It would, to do a half an hour at the gym was about an hour's thing.
Yeah.
And we would get up and it would be like it'd be pouring rain out or we just weren't very good at it. And we just
hmm
didn't stick to it. And there's no guarantee I'm gonna stick to this either, but
So it
uh
sounds like it's a little bit easier to get to,
yeah,
and so that makes it easier to do.
yeah,
Um, that's good.
yeah.
Glad you're
And
glad
then
you're able to do that.
in the summer when we're not here, when we're down there, we do more during the day, like get out and walk on the boardwalk, or we'll go down and walk on the beach. So we're more active in the summertime. So even if I do this over the winter to get me,
Right.
because otherwise, this job, you sit at your desk all day. You're just sitting here at your computer.
Yep. That
Chicken,
is true.
chicken fried steak really enjoys procrastinating. Yeah, I wish I could burn calories procrastinating. I'd be like sick.
Morning, Anamora.
Anna Mora, good morning.
Texas Val says I'm a day late and $1 short and a huge procrastinator. Valerie, you're gonna have to be a good influence on me when you get here. I'll do my best, but I have my thing of being a procrastinator too. There's some things that I just avoid like the plague, and I shouldn't, but it is what it is. I need to text my mailman real quick.
It always makes me laugh. Texting your mailman. I got my mailman on speed dial.
It's very convenient.
Oh yeah, I bet it is. My mother had a mail. Good morning, the Thrifting Lounge, Kevin. I think that's Kevin. Mr. Sadie, I'm procrastinating as we speak. My mother used to have a mailman. My mother had her left leg amputated. She was a diabetic.
hmm
So she got around in her house in a wheelchair. And she had a mailman she would leave her door unlocked and he would come in and bring her mail to her at her kitchen table.
Wow.
And then it got to where she'd have a cup of coffee for him. So if you visited her like in the morning, you'd visit with the mailman too. He was a really nice guy. He was really good to her. Hey, Sally.
Hi. How you doing?
Are you leaving right now?
In a few minutes.
Okay.
Brandon's not here yet.
I'm gonna step out for a moment.
Okay. I have to go to the dumb doctor today.
Oh no.
I called and made an appointment just this morning. I got in as a cancellation
Oh, great.
because that lump on my neck.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you want to get it looked at.
Yeah, I'm saying it's nothing, but you know, you never know. You don't want to procrastinate on those kind of things. Right? You just, Valerie says, oh, it's nothing, you know, it's not going to be nothing, you know? And I'm like, good. If it's not nothing, then I don't have to go to the doctor, right?
Better to get it looked at and to know it's nothing.
Yes, I agree. There he is. So hopefully Valerie will be back in a second.
Yeah, hopefully she will. What time's your appointment?
At 10:30.
Brandon?
Maggie says hi.
I like that jacket.
Yeah, he got that at a thrift store that we don't usually go to. It's like a church thrift store, and it's in West Branch, and we don't usually go over there unless we're going to an appointment or something.
Yeah.
And he got it for, what'd you pay for that? Like $20? Yeah, $20.
Oh, you can't beat it.
He got that, and he got he also got another one that was like a ski suit type thing.
It was a complete snowsuit, hunting shoot.
Huh?
Hunting snowsuit.
Yeah. It was. Did you already sell that or no? No. He hasn't sold it yet.
How's you been doing? Brandon, how have you been doing with your eBay?
Yeah, I hope Val gets back to
Yeah.
me. Go.
It's going okay. And he's not been listing nothing, but
No.
he's still getting sells every once in a while. Hank says, I don't talk to strangers, but I think that is Naked Man incognito today. So good morning, Naked Man. Yeah, he's already been at work, so he's just here to get me, and we're gonna go to my appointment, and then he's gonna go back to work afterwards.
No, I don't.
Huh?
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't?
To go
I
back.
got all my activities done.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. That's
You
good
did.
that you got it done.
Go out to lunch or something then.
Huh?
To go out to lunch or something then.
Yeah, yeah. Do something. I only had one night off, so I have to go back to work tonight. So, but I slept last night too. So I ended up waking up like around
9.
like 9 or 10.
9.
Yeah, and that.
I must have sold it because it's not listed on here.
Huh?
I must have sold it because it's not listed in my items.
Yeah, because I think that big box that's in there is that other jacket, that
Two
leather
jackets.
jacket.
There's 2 jackets in there.
Yeah. So I think you did sell that.
I must have.
So, thank you, Hank. Thank you, Chicken Fried Steak. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I sold it for 35 plus 22 shipping. So I sold it for 57.
Oh, wow.
$57.
Yeah, it went good, and he got it for 20. So
they
he
paid
made
for
a good
both that
profit.
and my jacket.
Yeah, he got that the same day he got his jacket, and I think we got everything half off that day or something.
Some stuff, yeah.
Yeah. So we got good deals on it.
I sold it and it's been delivered.
I had a sale yesterday. It was a DVD, Leslie Sansone walking DVD, and it said on the package, it said it had a belt or something that came with it.
15 minutes to get there.
But I put in the description. DVD only, no accessory included. And I took a picture, screenshot of the description, and you put it in as the third picture that says DVD only, no accessory included. So of course I get a message from the buyer complaining that it didn't include the
Oh my
belt.
God.
Oh my gosh.
What do you want?
I'm like, what else are you supposed to do?
I'm out, guys. See you later.
Okay.
I love you.
Sally.
Good vibes. I love
right.
you.
Thanks. Love you too. Bye.
And you hate to respond, look, you idiot.
Right.
Did you read? You know, so I said I did put it in the description, and I know that it's hard to see it in the description on mobile. So that's why I also put it in as a picture. And then I
Right.
sent him a screenshot of it. And then he just responded, well, what am I supposed to do then? And I said, just open a return, but I know it's going to come back on, I'm sure he probably, it was brand, the DVD was sealed. So I'm sure it's going to come back unsealed.
Well, you have that option to give
then I
that,
have the
give them
option.
a partial.
Yeah. But, and I just, I just said, he said, what am I supposed to do? So I responded, just open a return. I'm happy to accept a return. And then I wrote, no worries about this. No worries about this mix up. I understand that these things happen sometime, kind of letting them know this is on
Right.
you, but it's not on me.
Yeah.
Hank says, send him a link to a listing for Hooked on Phonics as they can't read apparently.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I just hate it. Yeah, I think what I hate is when they come off so angry and accusatory. Like if
Yes.
I got something that I wasn't happy with, I wouldn't start out like that. Like I would start out with, I'm not the way they come, the reason I bought this was because blah 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 blah. And and you didn't say, and I did say.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the only other option would be you could, give them a partial refund if they wanted to keep it. But, are they able to use it?
Well, no, because he said that the reason he bought it was because his wife had the DVD with this belt, whatever the belt is, and
Okay.
that she lost the belt. So the reason she bought it was to get the belt part of it.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, I get the only other thing I probably could have done was put in the title DVD only or something like that.
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
but I thought by putting in the description, it was in the condition description, the item description, and then the third picture was a picture of my statement saying.
Yeah, I mean, you would think if they were looking for the belt, you would think that if they didn't see the belt in your description or your pictures,
They would, right,
that it wouldn't be with the belt.
right.
And that's the thing too, is they, the buyers, if I was looking at that and I was looking for a belt, I would have asked a question. Does the belt come with this?
Right.
I mean, they need to take a little bit of responsibility too,
Yeah.
because, they didn't ask questions. You know,
Yeah. Hank, you're right. I should have put in the title DVD only,
well,
because the reason I didn't list it on Amazon was specifically because it didn't have the belt.
right.
So I thought I'll put it on eBay so that I can make sure to highlight it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we could only tell them, sometimes it would make them feel a little, you idiot.
Yeah, sometimes it just would feel good to say, look, you moron.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah.
that's the thing that is the thing that's gonna suck, is you getting it back, and and sometimes it's just I mean, the way that we think isn't necessarily the way that they're gonna think, so
But that just goes to show, because I started I was having a lot of not a lot of returns, but I was having returns for fit on items that I put the measurements in. I put the
Right.
measurements in everything.
Mhm.
And I was having, so I decided to start taking, and I realized people on mobile especially aren't seeing that description.
Right.
So I started doing that where I type in the description and then I take a screenshot of it and use that as one of my pictures.
Right.
Um, and it's just getting to the point where if they're not going to read the description and they're also not going to look at all the pictures,
Right.
what else can you do? There's like nothing else you can do. Well, the thing is, Hank, the DVD was sealed in plastic, so it was a
Right.
sealed DVD. And I don't know what the belt is even supposed to look like. So it could be they got the DVD, realized it was only the DVD and didn't open it. But if
Yeah.
the belt was something that would have slipped, I guess it wouldn't have been inside the DVD because it was sealed. So I may get it back still sealed. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
Well.
may. And if not, I'll just have to relist it for, I can still say it's like new because I would assume they didn't use it.
Yeah.
Mr. Sadie.
Yep. Listen, ass hat. That's right. Yeah. And not to say, I mean, I do have a few returns, but that's one of the things I really like about Poshmark
Mhm.
is that there are no returns on Poshmark.
Right. Right.
You know, you get what you ordered, and unless it is, you know, the seller made a huge mistake and you have to, you know, initiate it before the 3 days, you know, there's nothing you can do.
Right.
And I kind of like that.
I do too.
And I think Poshmark is more more for the seller. Because there's been a couple of times where I put, you know, something is sold and somebody said, well, you know, this is not the right size and the measurements are in there and, you know, everything's good on my end, but there's still, you know, there's still some kind of discrepancy on their end. And I've only
Right.
had a few times where they've, you know, went on the buyer's side, but
I had one where I put, let me think, when I listed it on Poshmark and you have to choose the size, say it was a 2X and I accidentally chose 3X
right.
or vice versa. And in the description, I had it correct. And there was a picture of the tag showing that it was a 3X, say, but when she got it, she said, you know, you had the size on this as a 2X and it's actually a 3X and it doesn't fit.
Mm-hmm.
So I said to her, what you need to do is initiate a thing with Poshmark and they will contact me and I will be happy to accept full blame for this, that it's
Sure.
my fault, no problem at all.
Mm-hmm.
So they initiated the return. Poshmark gave them back their money and let me keep my money.
Oh, wow.
They said that because I did have it twice correctly in the, you know, it was correct in the picture, shows a picture of the tag. So they, yeah, they actually kind of let us both off the hook there.
Yeah.
So I do think they're more geared toward the seller.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I do agree. Yeah, Fishing and Picking says, I love Macari. 3 days to leave feedback compared to 60 days on eBay. Exactly.
I'm gonna,
But I mean, if it came to, you know, push or shove, and for some reason I couldn't sell on eBay anymore, you know, I would just make, you know, Poshmark would be my
right.
next. You know, I put all my energy into Poshmark. That's exactly what I would do.
Yeah, me too.
And I think you know, I think you could. I think I could make a fairly. It may not be as good as eBay, but I think I could make it. I think I could make it on Poshmark if I had to.
I think you probably could,
You know,
definitely.
because the thing over there, I mean, definitely they want you to list over there, and every day, and then um, sharing. Sharing is a big thing over there. So, and I as much as it's went back and forth and up and down, I think I think sharing and adding people, following people
Following people.
is huge.
Yeah.
So okay, got the message from my mailman. He said I got him already. Man, he's early. He is early. I try to get my packages out there before I even start the show, and that way,
Right.
they're there and all is well, and he can pick them up. Now I can easily. I didn't think I was going to get them all packaged up this morning because I got up at 7, but I didn't let that stop me. I just said, well, you're just going to have to get them done, and I got them all done, and out they went. Patty said I had a situation one time where the lady said the bag was fake. Poshmark sided with me. She sent the bag back on her own. There was no way for me to return her money because she did it outside.
Wow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Outside of Poshmark. Yeah, there is no way for you to, so she lost her bag and she lost her money.
Yeah.
That was not smart on her part.
I had a gal in Poshmark one time send me, I'm trying to think if it was probably an offer. She sent me an offer. But anyway, when I sent her the thing, she came back and said she didn't care for the color. She didn't think the color matched what was on the thing. And I said to her, well, I'm really sorry to hear that. Just again, initiate a return. I didn't know if they would let her return. I guess she could say it was not as described, right? If she felt like the color didn't match. But I was like, yeah, sure, initiate and send it back. And she didn't. And then like a day or so later, she messaged me again and said, I'm still wondering, hoping that I forget how it all went down. But bottom line was, she finally said to me, well, normally when I complain to a buyer or a seller, they just offer me something else in their closet for free.
Oh.
And I'm like, no. So obviously she does this regularly.
It seems like that's definitely a pattern there.
Yeah. She gets something, she makes a little complaint, and then in order to keep her happy. And I'm like, I don't care. On Poshmark especially, nobody's going to see your feedback if you choose to leave me negative feedback.
Right.
Yeah, it's almost like some kind of a scam she's running there. Like, no, I'm not playing this little game. Oh, Patty said she ended up getting it authenticated and sold it on Tradesy. Okay.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Yeah, that's the thing too. I think somebody had messaged me and said, they said something like, well, here's my PayPal, because they wanted whatever it was,
like a partial refund.
They wanted a refund, but I was like, no, and it was on Poshmark, and they said, well, here's my number, or my email for my PayPal. You can just send me the refund over there. And I'm like, no, I ain't doing that. No. And that's the thing. If you feel like you're getting scammed or whatever, as a buyer on Poshmark, utilize their system.
Right.
But they're going to make the decision. It's not an automatic return.
Right.
They're going to make the decision, and you should have looked at the listing further to get all the information you needed, and you should have asked questions. I always answer my questions as long as they're answerable.
Right.
and, you know, goes along with the product or whatever, I'll try and give them, you know, the best answer that I can give them. But look at your listing, you know.
Yeah,
If you're not sure if something's going to fit you, you know, even if you have the measurements and everything, ask questions. If you're not going to ask questions, then you probably don't need to be buying online. You probably
right.
need to go to a store and try it on.
Exactly.
Because there's so many different, you know, sizes and shapes and everything. A medium may not fit you.
Right.
A medium does not fit everybody. So I don't know. Let's see. But yeah, we all try to do the best we can. I try to answer every question, but there's some questions out there that are just absurd, and I tend not to give those I just don't give them any.
No.
I don't give them any. What you call it? What's going on here? Yeah, I just don't. I'll just ignore them.
Yeah.
And that sounds awful, but
No,
I don't give them the energy. Chicken Fried Steak says I block lame question askers right away. Not my type of customer. Exactly.
yeah. Sometimes you just know by the questions they ask that you don't want to deal with them, that they're going to be trouble. Did you ever have a situation where they asked some questions and you had a funny feeling and then they bought it and then it turned out not good in the end? So
Yep. Yes,
Oh,
exactly.
I get that all the time, Hank. The measurements are right in there and yeah.
What is the waste on these when it says it in my title? And then
Yeah.
I give full details of waste, inseam rise, and so on. Mr. Sadie says, I have a person asking about a hat on eBay. They ask a question every day or two about the same item for 2 weeks now. I think I will block them. I don't have time for crazy people. Exactly. It's very annoying, and it's a $40 fedora. I mean, what else can I say other than the size, condition, brim size, and
Yeah.
not much else you could say about a fedora. I mean, it's pretty cut and dry.
Yeah. Like, what else did they possibly know
It's
about?
a hat. Oh my gosh. People are just crazy.
Yeah, people are. I mean, when you think about it, though, of the hundreds of items that you sell, it's probably amazing that you don't get more crazies than you do.
That's true.
I know what I do, and I know people think I'm crazy for doing this, but if I get an offer on eBay, I
Mhm.
go look at the feedback they've left for other sellers.
Mhm.
I look at the feedback they've left. I just because sometimes you'll find that you could just tell by the feedback they've left for other sellers that they're a crazy person you don't want to deal with.
Right. Yep. But I mean, it also kind of proves that, they must have had, maybe they've been doing eBay for years and years and years, however long eBay's been up. And, maybe they've had a bad experience too,
Yeah,
because there's some not so good sellers on eBay, I'm sure.
yeah,
And, it just kind of proves, you kind of think to yourself, I wonder how, if these people got, how bad these people got burned,
right.
or if they think they're going to get scammed, or, why would you feel that way why would you be acting this way if you hadn't got scammed,
Right.
I don't know.
That's true.
especially like when they were, people were sending money orders and cash
Yes.
and stuff for, for sales. I'm sure there's some people out there that were not so honest. They get the cash and then, you know, then it was all over and they didn't send the item. And I'm sure there was some bad experiences that people had back
Oh,
in the
yeah.
day. And it probably made people not want to shop with eBay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's absolutely true. And realistically, we sellers depend on each other to provide a good experience so that customers, you're not going to get repeat customers as much on eBay, but your customers will go and buy from other people and their customers will come and buy from you.
hmm
So it behooves us all to provide a great experience just to keep people on the platform.
yeah, it's very true. But I know that, there's been a couple of times where I've bought something that was, I needed something, but I bought the cheaper style or the cheaper item, and it just so happened that it came from China, and so of course you're not getting a good experience because you're having to wait 3 weeks for your item
Right.
when when they have so many days to ship it and they still haven't shipped it yet. And I've been in those situations too. um
Yeah.
but I also know that I have a say, and I complained about it, and I'm sure nothing happened with it, but um I've had my bad experiences also. So
Yeah.
that's right, Hank. We gotta do our best. Mistakes happen on both ends, but always strive to be helpful and upfront with every transaction. Exactly. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
What Mr. Sadie's saying is true too.
Yep. And there's been plenty of times where, you know, it's I'm human and I make mistakes and things happen, and the only way, because of course the only way that I think about it is, if that happened to me, I would be upset. So, I need to make it right with them and do the right thing, So that's kind of how I do it, and I'm sure that's the way most people, think is, make it right. You gotta, as much as you hate to give them a refund, you just
Yeah.
gotta suck it up and do it and get it done.
Yeah.
Chick- Fried steak. Mr. Sadie, I'd answer with, please provide pics of your melon. This thing won't fit no normal coconut. I'll let them know that may not be the hat for her. That is right. Oh my gosh. That's so very true. Oh my gosh. So I got a whole list of things to get done. It's getting to be, I know it's not springtime, but we're getting, it's in the 40s right now, and so my yard is a complete mess. It's still got leaves in it. It's got branches from the ice storm. Not huge branches, but I pretty much cleaned those up. But just the little twigs and sticks and stuff. So I think I'm gonna have to get out there today and do some cleaning. Pick up sticks.
Yeah, we're having rain, and then it's going to actually get cold. We've had such a mild winter. We've had no snow, at
Wow.
nothing, and temperatures have mostly been in the upper 40s, 50s,
Uh-huh.
but we're getting a cold snap later in the week. Yeah. Well, I'm ready for spring.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do because I have all these limbs. Because I have the big branches and stuff. I still have those from when I got back, and it knocked the wire loose from the house, and
Oh,
I still have all those I don't know what I'm gonna do with them because I don't have a way. I don't have a truck anymore
right.
since I sold my truck, so I don't have a way to get them to we have like a burn pile, a community burn pile. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get, these items to the burn pile.
Yeah.
But I think what I'm going to end up having to do is borrow the truck, which my father-in-law said I could borrow any time.
Right.
And I think I'm going to have to do that one day and just get it all done in one day and you know.
Yeah, just get it done.
I
Could you maybe
But-
hire like a handyman or something to?
could probably find somebody that would want to do it. I'm so weird about that though, like especially if I don't know anybody. I don't like just anybody coming into my yard or
Yeah, I
my
hear.
area because you just don't know,
Right.
are they going to come back? Are they going to come back late at night and try to break in? I hate to think that way, but
Right.
you just never know about people.
No, you really don't.
Especially like I try not to let on that, I live here by myself because, I don't want anybody to get any wild ideas and, think they can get one up on me. If they do, they'd be looking into the barrel of a gun. But I'm just very, very leery about that. So I'll probably there is a yard service that is in town, and so I was considering maybe talking to them and seeing if maybe they would come and just do a full cleanup
Yeah.
of the front and the backyard, and then my lawnmower is probably on its way out. It's a rider lawnmower, so as much as I enjoy mowing, but I just really don't have the time to do it. So I may have to just have them once they do the full cleanup, and then they could just do the yard.
Yeah.
I don't know. It might be easier for them to do it and just me to pay them. So I don't know. Still kind of trying to work that out.
Yeah. I have to pop out for 1 minute. I'll be
Okay,
back.
that's fine. Yeah, Hank says Mama said had some dude and his wife wanting to do handyman work and stuff, and shortly after running them off, the man was charged with murder. Oh my gosh. Stabbed a woman multiple times, dumped at the spring. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So, those are, I mean, mostly probably everybody in this little town, because there's only 150 people. Probably the majority of the people that live here know that I live here by myself. But in that case also, I have a pair of old boots, and they probably stink to high heaven because I leave them out in rain, snow, sleet. But they're outside by the door, and I don't know. It just kind of presents that that somebody lives here. A man lives here. It's just an old trick that I learned. But I just yeah, I'm just so weird about stuff like that. Yeah, absolutely. Just I just don't want to pay anybody to come and look through my Like, it was a couple of years ago. I think it was my sewer. There was a sewer line that was messed up. And I swear, I think there was probably 10 people from the neighborhood that came in my yard, and it kind of freaked me out because it's like, why are you here? I think everybody was just trying to, I don't know if they were here. They weren't here for me, but they were just being. I think they were just being nosy. But they would, the back gate was open, and so yeah, they came in and they were looking around and everything, and I did not like that at all. I wanted just to tell everybody, get the hell out of here, and let the guys work that need to be here. Um, yeah, I prefer not to pay anyone to kill me.
That's always a good thing.
Yeah, I I tell you guys because most of you guys are not in my area, but I definitely have my place. I wouldn't say booby trapped, but there's knives in certain places. There's a baseball bat in every room. There's and then of course I have my gun. So yeah,
Yeah.
and I always leave lights on. A couple of lights on all the time are on because I don't want to be in the dark.
Yeah. I would be that way too.
So, and I sleep with a light on in my room. So, I don't know. I just try to think like a single person and try to kind of be prepared. I will never open my door. Usually after 5 o'clock, I don't answer my door at all. If it's dark, definitely not.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
Just not doing it. Not gonna happen. Chicken fried steak. Howdy, neighbor. Oh, but I don't know. That's probably what I mean because they are a business, this yard service place. They are a business and they are they have a name. I'm sure they have clientele and they probably have a good rapport and stuff. So I'll probably just call them, see if they can do a cleanup, and then they can just do my yard. I like to have that's one thing that's really important to me. I like to have a nice yard, especially in the spring. Um, but sometimes it's really difficult to get out there. With this job, it's hard to get out there and spend the 2 or 3 or 4 hours working on the yard because it's a huge yard. So
Yeah. We just had in Texas get just something with a little yard,
hmm
something you could sit out,
yeah, and like I said, I don't mind mowing the yard. It's a kind of it relaxes me. But uh, for a big yard like this, I don't have the time to curate it and
Yeah.
spend the time working on it. So just trying to do the best that I can with that.
And I'm not a gardener. Like I'm not a person to put a lot of, flowers. You know what I mean? To do a lot of gardening and stuff. I love it, a nice flowers and stuff, but Mr. Sadie says, answer the door with a shotgun and a martini so they get the point. The shotgun is for you and the martini is for me.
Shopping.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to get through today and each day, waiting for things to happen and getting things done. I wanted to put something out there today. So I've thought about it, and I've been thinking about it probably since I got back. Um, so I don't think we're going to be doing the listing challenge on Sunday anymore.
No,
I think we're not going to do that. And maybe we'll do like a random challenge or something. Maybe do like a 24-hour challenge or something like that. But it just doesn't seem to be very much
interest.
interest in it anymore. It used to be pretty big, and then it's just kind of lulled off. And
Do you think it's because, I was wondering if it's because of the price, you know, that it was bigger when it was $2? People just don't want to chip in that $5.
I don't know. Because I know that there's some people that, you know, they basically come in and they donate the $5, but they, you know, they're not really,
But
they're not involved, and you know, so, and I don't want to, I feel bad because, you know, I'm trying to get people in, trying to get, you know, people to do
Yeah.
the challenge, and I feel like I'm almost like nagging, and you know, if you don't want to do it, that's fine. But you know, at least for right now, maybe, you know, maybe later down the road, maybe we can start it up again. But yeah, I don't know.
Would
I
you
think
still do a Sunday show or just
No,
Monday to Friday?
yeah, just Monday through Friday.
Because it's a long day for you,
Yeah,
8 hours.
well,
And
it's a long day for everybody, you know.
right, but you're the one that has to be on, and
And nobody wants to listen to me for 8 hours, you know. And I appreciate everybody that tries to, you know, come in and hang out and everything. But I mean, and I don't want to, you know, I feel like I'm also kind of nagging about, you know, people coming in and you know, being on the panel, and I don't want to do that.
I completely.
I
you.
just, you know, if nobody wants to come in, that's fine. No, you know. But I think it's just kind of time.
To just put it to rest.
I think it's just time, and you know, maybe, you know, people will miss it, and you know, if enough people want it to come back, then you know, we'll bring it back. But yeah, I think for right now, I'm just gonna let it lie.
All right.
You
Yeah,
know.
I completely understand.
Um, so I mean, I hate to, because I know like Todd, you know, he really likes it. Sally really likes it. But you know, I think for right now, I think we'll just stop doing it, and then if you know, every once in a while, maybe we'll do a random 24-hour, you know, so we don't have to be on for 8 hours
Right.
and do something like that, but maybe change it up a little bit. But yeah, I think we'll just take a break from it.
All right. Yeah.
So
Yeah. See how it goes.
yeah,
I mean,
I don't know. You know, it's kind of like with Dwayne's um, auction. You know, it just kind of, it was it once the excitement of it and everything kind of wears off, then it's kind of like, it's just, you know, it's just not not it's not exciting. The interest goes down, and yeah, fishing and picking. How about another 24-hour show?
oh,
Well, when you announce yours, I'll be there for you.
or if fishing and picking, if you come on for 24 hours
There you
with
go.
it, we'll do it.
There you go. but you know, just kind of one of those things that just kind of, the interest kind of dies down,
Yeah.
and people are, doing other things, and um, maybe that'll give me an option to do other things on Sundays.
Sunday. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Because aren't really able to get as much listing done during the challenge.
Yeah, because I kind of fixed it where and my headphones were actually not screaming if I walked across the room anymore for some reason. And so I was able to, go move about through the house, and go over to the picture taking area and work on that. So um
Hi, Todd.
it was it was good. Hey Todd. Fishing and Picking says, "Hey, I stayed on with Sally and Steven talking about UFOs and SpaceX."
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah, I'm sure that conversation was very interesting, especially at 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning. But
Yeah, I missed that one.
that was crazy. I don't think that will ever happen again. That was even though I wasn't awake, I was only awake for part of it. That was still still pretty rough. So yeah, I'll wait for you to have one. You have one on your channel, and I'll be right there. So
How's it going, Todd? How's it going with your mom?
I think he said he was leaving today.
Yeah, I think
She
I
was
saw
going
that.
to go back to
Look at the chat earlier.
her house and um, probably get her all settled and everything, and head back home, get back to work. So yeah,
Yeah, well, I think it's great. You do what you need to do.
yeah.
Maybe do every once in a while, do some kind of a challenge, or
Mhm.
even some kind of a how many can you list challenge, or
Yeah. Maybe do something different. I don't know how different, how much more different we could get, but I'm sure we could put a twist on something.
yeah, sure, we could come up with something.
But yeah, I mean, it's kind of sad because we've been doing it for so long and everything, but yeah, over the last probably 6 or 7 months, it's kind of just dwindled down, and um, yeah, it's kind of like old news. So
Yeah, it seems like people pop in during the day, but they don't list. They don't join the challenge.
hmm yeah, and that's what it's for. It's for people to join up and to um, list
Dig
with
out
us and
stuff.
with us, and
Yeah,
so it's just one of those things. We got the ebb and flow, and it's time to move on, time to
yeah,
do other stuff, and maybe that'll open me up so I can um, go maybe start going to some estate sales and stuff on Sunday.
right.
Uh, like I
And
need to buy anything, but
yeah, and just free you up to get on with what you need to do to
yeah.
get your move going. Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, I don't know. It's kind of sad,
it
but
is. Bitter, bitter, sweet. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, because you were doing I'm trying to think. I was trying to think how long I've been part of your group.
mhm.
I can't remember. It's got to be.
It's got to be at least 2 years.
It's got to be because then you've been doing the challenges long
Yeah.
before that. And then we went to Wednesday and Sunday and then
Uh-huh.
off the Wednesday. So yeah, yeah,
It's yeah, it's been, I mean, and that's the thing too, is that, if I don't know if the morning show, I don't know how much life it's got left in it, but I'm gonna try and keep it going as long as I can, also. But when it comes to a point where I'm not feeling it, or
right,
I can't do it, because
right,
I'm busy and everything. There's probably going to be a point in the future that the show's going to end. Um, I hope that it's not going to. You know, I don't want it to end.
no,
We've almost been on for 4 years,
yeah,
so. But I think I think sometimes you have to cut off the things that aren't working
right,
to make other things better.
right,
And so that's kind of what I'm thinking with the challenge is, you know, make it make it so it's better for everybody, and that people enjoy it.
yeah.
So I know, Shirley. I think it's a good thing. Texas Val says I just got to my mom's. Man, I got shipping done, dropped off at the post office, and drive all the way to mom's. I agree with the listing challenge thing. You have a lot going on and things to prepare for your future. Exactly.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, I'm not going anywhere, you know, anytime soon, and we'll still be on here for the show Monday through Friday, and we'll do that. So, um, just
And I
things.
think it's been kind of slow this week in terms of people coming in
Mhm.
on the panel.
Yeah.
Some some weeks you have days where everybody's here and there's lots of conversations going on, and then others it's just slow, and that kind of drags. I'm sure it kind of drags on you too, because you like it when it's busy and there's more people to keep the conversation going. Yeah,
Right.
I get
And no, I mean, I look at other shows, and like Dee. I mean, it's just her,
you. Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm like, man, I wish I could keep a show going like that, but I would just run out of things to say.
And
And
she'll say that. She'll say, I don't have anything to say today. And somebody come in because I don't have any more words. She'll say, I don't have any more words. And yet she does keep going and she keeps talking and she keeps people interested. Yeah. And then I've
so,
thought maybe we should do like every Wednesday, we should all show something big that we sold or do some
mhm,
kind of planned thing. But you don't really want to do anything planned because the fun of it is in just the conversation and where it takes you,
right.
you know?
But definitely, that is true. I mean, maybe put a spin on it where, like you said, every Wednesday, bring something that you found,
Yeah.
and maybe we can start doing that. You know. Um,
Right, Val. We're not gonna talk about ending the morning show. You know.
yeah, we'll make it work. We'll
Yeah.
make it work.
But
All right.
Val, it would be fun too if you came in and talked to us when you could, and Hank and Shirley and anybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to come in, as long as you got clothes on, you're not showing off your goods. Uh, you know, yeah. If you ever want a link and you want to try it and everything, be my guest. Be my guest. So,
Hopefully
all
at
right.
some point I will have a camera again. So.
have you taken that into Apple yet?
Not taking it in because I called them. I have an open case and they said
Oh,
submitted it to their engineers and then they were gonna call me yesterday and they did call me yesterday and say that their engineers have not gotten back to them. And I said to her, look, I need to get the camera going. I mean, I can't just go on indefinitely without a camera.
right,
I
right.
mean, not that I'm desperate for it, but I like to, yeah,
Yeah, you need you got the computer
yeah, I've got
and
to,
you want to get this done before your warranty's up.
right.
Maybe that's what they're doing. They're stretching the,
Yeah, no, I did say that to her and she said, no, because your ticket's in and I have Apple Care for the next 3 years. So it's
okay,
for the next till 2023 or something.
okay.
But yeah, I gotta get on them. Mhm,
Yeah, you got to have a camera.
I do.
We like to see that purple hair.
Yeah. And then I gotta wear my jacket from Sally so you can see
Yep.
what it looks.
We haven't seen that yet.
Mhm.
All right, we're going to wrap it up. I hope everybody has a great day and get some listing done and get some
Yeah.
sales. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. I love you guys.
Bye. Hey,
Bye.
Karen. Mhm.